Hello, my name is Vicky.
Yeah, I'm Tejas. We are called Vicky and Tejas. We are a singer-songwriter duo from Pune.
Thank you so much for joining me today, Vicky and Tejas. It's a pleasure to have you at Sociobits.
Likewise.
So, could you please tell me how did you begin your musical journey?
So, I think so.
Yeah.
So Vicky and I were part of a band called Anavya in I think 2016. I was doing my engineering back then. Vicky was doing his.
I was playing gigs around.
Yeah. He also did his MBA later on. But yeah, so we're engineers and MBA. We come from a family of I come from a family of engineers. His dad is a business professor.
Okay.
So we were part of this band called Anavya. It was a cover band. We did a few shows around Pune in venues like the venue shut down right now, but Blue Frog. We opened for Indian Ocean at that time, and after a few gigs, actually, I left the band, and then I think they continued for a couple of more months.
Yeah.
Did one last show, and then the band got dissolved, and then Vicky and I started our own project.
It was very random actually. Out of nowhere, I sent him 4 lines which I had written,
Okay.
and he composed it and sent me on a voice note.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Then we just met one day and we came up with the other 4 songs. We just came up with ideas, and we directly thought of recording it.
directly in the studios, we recorded a 5-song EP and we released it in 2009.
Great. So, did you always plan on being a singer musician?
Yeah, so my mom and dad actually sing pretty well since college, and they've also been my father was part of a band in his college days.
Okay.
So there was music in my family, so I was always singing from school. And later on, I decided, because my parents are engineers as well, they wanted me to pursue have a backup plan at least. But I always wanted to be in music. So yeah, I joined the band. I joined my college band first. Then they got hold of me, and they needed a singer, so we started doing.
And what about you?
Yeah, I used to play guitar for a lot of years, but deciding to write songs and compose it wasn't decided. So when we came up with the initial songs, that is when we thought, oh, this is something that we can do. And now it's at a comfort level where we can we know the topic, we can come up with the song.
Yeah.
Now we know that.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty fast process now.
Yeah.
We did a 1 minute, 1 word challenge on Instagram. We took word suggestions from the audience and 1 word, 1 day songwriting time. So we came up with a 1 minute song in 1 day with the words suggested by the audience.
Oh, wow.
Now that's really fast now.
Do you remember any of that?
Yeah.
Could you tell me one of those?
Yeah, sure.
Please. Any word that was your favorite?
We can do this one. Viram.
We should do paella.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think one of our friends only came up with this concept. He wanted us to write on feet, but we said
Paella.
we decided paella is the right word for to go. So this we came up. I think we did this for 4 weeks,
Yeah.
4 Mondays, and this was the 3rd Monday song. पायलिया चमकी दूर से पायलिया चमकी दूर से मुझे पास बुलाए काहे न जाने ऐसे शोर करे मेरा जीना घबराए होठों पे तेरे दूर सजे कानों में मेरे तेरे गीत बजे पायलिया चमके दूर से पायलिया चमके दूर से. This was fine.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was a 1 word, 1 day songwriting challenge.
We should really work on the rest of the song and
Yeah.
actually turn
Actually,
it
you
into a
should
song.
We will be releasing all 4 songs with it.
Okay, that's great. So, moving on with the interview. This is a good, fresh.
Yeah.
When you started out, which year was it? Like together?
Together, so 2019. 2018, we actually 2017
17 is when we came up with the first song.
Yeah,
But
but
then
2019,
2019 is when we decided to record.
yeah, the 5 song.
Okay, and
I-
like, what is your primary platform that you use? We put out our songs to the
Well,
audience.
it's on all audio platforms. So,
All audio platforms.
so Spotify, Apple, Ghana, Amazon Prime Music, YouTube as well. All audio platforms.
Okay, so the kind of music that you make, is it inspired by someone? Like, if there is one artist that you could say,
Oh, there can't
We
be
don't
one
name
artist,
one artist,
but
but
there
Okay.
are multiple artists.
so could you name some of the
so if you're talking about the indie scene, then of course Pratik Kaur, Ankur Tiwari, The Yellow Diary, Local Train, all these bands will what we are listening to.
We were listening to it back then. We don't. So our music taste also evolves as we start writing.
Yeah.
So initially it was that. Then actually we are also like big fan of Bollywood music as well.
To name one, then it should be Rahman.
Yeah, it should be Rahman.
obviously.
Yeah.
So speaking of Bollywood music, do you not want to get into these mainstream platforms where making music for Bollywood or Hollywood or?
We do. Like, it's not concrete right now that we just want to focus on our indie stuff. We'll be
And
looking for
any
the right
opportunities
opportunity.
that
We'll
make
be
us
looking
make
for the right
music. Right?
opportunity to make music for a proper Bollywood film. Yeah, when it comes, it comes.
Okay, so you'd be like up for it.
Yeah, we'll be up for it.
Great. So moving on. So if this is a hypothetical situation again, if you guys were not making music, what would you do? Where would you be?
I would probably be like I'd be doing a job in marketing because that's what I did. That's what I pursued. But I also like to paint, so that's probably what I would have.
So something creative.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did my engineering, but I wouldn't have done a job, 9 to 5 job definitely. I would have pursued. I think it was a coin flip between music and sports. So sports management.
Sports
not-
management.
I used to be a lot into sports, but if you are planning a career in sports, you have to continue since the school days through the college days. So that didn't happen, but still I would have gone for sports management if not music.
But he's still into sports.
Yeah.
He would miss a gig to watch a match.
Oh, which
Not
which
arguing.
sport?
Any other?
So I grew up with my grandfather. You still watches a lot of
Cricket.
sports. So, yeah, cricket, tennis. He used to watch. So I grew up watching all these. I rarely watched Cartoon Network. I always started out with sports. I think so. I think I peaked in football. I think my interest peaked during when I started watching football. I played football. I also played table tennis for my school. We've gone for the states actually, and that's how I got my 4.5% extra in 10th standard. So yeah, I was totally into sports as well.
Okay, that's it. So since you guys are creators, right? So I would like to ask you, do you think that platforms like Spotify, YouTube, they are empowering artists? Do you think?
Definitely, they are. I mean, that's one platform where you can reach out to all the audience, or not just in your city, right? So once you release a song, then it just has access to everyone.
It's definitely better than what it was 10-15 years ago because any song can now reach like a wider audience through Spotify, Apple Music. There are so many platforms.
But
for-
there are pros and cons, and
Yeah.
every artist has that liberty, right? So
Yeah.
the competition is.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. Competition with you. So do you think this will overpower the mainstream media someday like Bollywood, ke upar? There'll be artists like doing their own thing.
It has started happening, but Bollywood is too big an industry to just get captured by
Overpower,
India.
yeah.
Because so much work is being done in Bollywood on a daily basis. Artists can't keep up. A single artist can't keep up with that. So yeah, I think it started happening in these days, slowly advancing. It's not taking over, and it shouldn't.
Maybe years ahead.
Yeah, maybe.
I think the OTT platform is now starting to.
Oh
gain
yeah,
that
OTT.
attention.
Yeah.
Maybe
only-
someday we'll have music on OTT.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So as artists, I want to ask you this question. Do you think that sometimes you have to compromise on what you like to give the audience what they like?
That is definitely the case sometimes because we started out without any expectations. We actually hit the studios with no plan. With the 5 songs, we just had like demo, not
Yeah.
even a demo. We recorded the demos in the studio. So there was no pressure, there was no expectation in the start. But
Right.
now, because there are a few thousand monthly listeners who keep listening to our songs, now we have to cater to them as well, their taste as well. But we've still
It's
managed
still
to.
very dicey. Like
Yeah.
we don't know whether to stick to a particular genre or to like really experiment.
Yeah. So right now we're kind of experimenting
Yeah.
because our first EP was fully like acoustic love songs, proper, and then
Mellow songs,
mellow
yeah.
songs, yeah. And then we shifted to a bit.
I
of
think
a
it
darker
also
zone and
depends
rap
on
as
the
well.
kind of producers that you're working with. Like
Okay.
initially,
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
write and compose, it sounds the same on an acoustic guitar. But when we take it to the studio and to a producer, he might change the sound completely.
Yeah.
And we'll have to compromise on some level.
Correct.
So that's
We've been lucky to have worked with some great producers for our songs as well.
Okay, good. Could you name some?
Yeah, so our first EP was at Grace Park Studios in Pune. So we did everything from recording demos to production to mixing, mastering, everything. So Nitin, Murli Krishna and Ronak, those two were the chief engineers and Turner Studio.
who worked on the album.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they did a fantastic job on our debut EP. Then we met another producer friend of ours called Asim Dhaneshwar. He did one single for us, he produced one single for us and he mixed another single for us. He also was Bhushan.
Yeah,
his
Bhushan he plays with Clinton. He live
live guitarist for
for
Clinton. So he also he produced the song which is now kind of the most popular song we have.
It's called Vicky and Tejas.
Semi-rap song. And now we have a great team with Pratik and Zaria. Zaria is another artist.
His name is Asim, but his stage name is Zaria.
Yeah, this is a different Asim. His stage name is Zaria. He recently managed to get like 3 million streams on his first song. Yeah, so it's like, so we are actually planning to release a 3-song EP with Pratik and Zaria
Okay.
now.
And there are a bunch of songs that we are working on right now.
Okay. So we look forward to it.
Yeah.
So this would be my last question. As creators, so people who are still aspiring to become like you or grow there, could you point out some tips for them?
Actually,
We are struggling to.
it's not that we're struggling. It's like we are not at that position
To give
to give out tips because we are yet to make it. We are striving to
whenever
do
you like go through the process, you go through the process, right? So you must have learned something that someone who's just making their first video would be stuck on.
I think it's the first step. Basically.
Yeah.
Once you get along with the first step, then
because
things
our
keep
first
falling.
step was so random that we decided that we want this recorded, even if it is just on an acoustic guitar. We changed our approach when we reached the studio. Many things happened at the studio. So we decided to just give it a go with the first 5 songs and then the journey will start.
So basically, it is to start.
Yeah, the first step is
Start
also.
I think that was like very good content for me.
Mhm.
So thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
And you also mentioned one song that is like going super good.
Yeah.
Could you please sing
No, we can do that song. The rap song.
It would sound very different on just an acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
The recorded version is very.
The recorded version is well produced and with a lot of ear candies, but right now we could do an acoustic.
Please.
भीगे के तारे मिल गए कितने किरदार मिल गए भीगे के तारे मिल गए कितने किरदार मिल गए अब जाने कैसे होगी ये नैया पार आंखों में धूल जम गई चलती गाड़ी ये थम गई अब जाने कैसे होगी ये नैया पार एक पैसा एक तमाशा झूठी पूरी झूठी आशा चांदी सौदा जादू टोटा पल में पाना पल में बाजी जीती खैर मनाओ किस्मत हारी शोर मचाओ अब जाने कैसी होगी ये नैया पार भीजे के तारे हिल गए कितने किरदार मिल गए यार देख भाई ऐसा न काम न पैसा है किसी का हेरा गेरा वो भी मेरी जैसा है उसका लफड़ा इसका जो से बोल खोल जैसी दुनिया वैसी सोच रहा हूँ बोल इंटरनेट के तेरे सारे डिप्रेशन के मारे सदियों से हिप के प्यासे दिन अपने बेचारे सोसाइटी को मारो गोली तू में डाल खुद से अब तू कर सवाल है चारों ओर मचा बवाल तू ही सारा वीर है और तू ही सारा खाते बिक गई है गवर्नमेंट और तू भी इनमें शामिल तो देख भाई ऐसा है शोर को इग्नोर कर घर की बाहर जा सुनी सी घर के अंदर रोल कर उसके चक्कर में ना पड़ तू रोएगा पछताएगा फिर बसी किस्मत का मारा तो कहीं तू खाएगा हो खटका खर्चा हो घर पे कोई चर्चा हो अब जाने कैसी होगी ये नया पार आंखों में धूल जम गई चलती गाड़ी थम गई अब जाने कैसी होगी ये नया पार पीछे के तार हिल गए कितने किरदार हिल गए That's crazy, listen to the produced and released version on Spotify or any audio platform.
We're excited to play this tomorrow.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
super excited to play this tomorrow.
All the very best to you, and thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so
It
much.
was a pleasure to talk to you guys.
Thank you. It was nice,
Some
really.